Hey geeks and gamers, welcome to Review Month, where it's almost over. Today is the second to last day. Tomorrow's the last day of Review Month. Kind of sad. It's been a hell of a ride. Today, we are looking at a game called LocoRoco Remastered. I'm actually very familiar with this game because LocoRoco is one of my favorite PSP titles. One of the first things I did whenever I acquired a PSP, which was well after the PSP was relevant, was I bought the LocoRoco and Patapon double pack. Now, LocoRoco itself is a very simple game. It's a very artistic game, very cute game. You just use the top two shoulder buttons of the PSP, or in this case, the PS4 controller, because this is the remastered version on PS4. And it's a platformer of sorts, but instead of moving the character, you tilt the world back and forth, and you either tilt left or right with the left or right shoulder buttons, or you push them at once to make the world jolt and bounce your little LocoRoco character up. Each stage, you're just trying to collect enough fruit to grow enough LocoRoco. Your goal's 20. Good luck getting a full 20, though. There's secrets to find in each stage. You have to avoid enemies and traps. And it's just a very cute, amusing game. This is a game that anybody can really pick up and play. On the surface, there's not really a lot to LocoRoco, but what this game has is just a ton of charm. Now, I'm going to be talking about a topic that I don't necessarily talk about too often, and that is just the idea of being a fan of one brand. I'm not a fan of just one gaming brand, as you know, or console per se. You know, I've never been that way. Sure, you know, I get pegged as like the Sega guy because I have a deep interest in Sega. I also have a deep interest in Atari. But in terms of like what I play, I'll play anything. You know, I've always been that way. I've played Nintendo consoles, I've played Xbox consoles, and I've played PlayStation consoles. And I'm drawn to each one for different reasons. And I think part of what draws me to PlayStation is the more creative titles like this. PlayStation has always, to me, felt like just a home for games. Just games in general. Doesn't matter what kind. You know, RPGs, more artistic games, you know, shooters, racing games. The PlayStation always felt like it's just kind of a smorgasbord of like whatever ideas. And that's why I love games like this, like LocoRoco. Because if you had a PSP, LocoRoco could, you know, I had this game, and I also had, you know, God of War, Chains of Olympus or whatever, Daxter, and the Siphon Filter games on PSP. You know, it's like there's no limit to what. Oh, and all those were first party Sony games. There's really no limit to what Sony would put out or do put out. You know, that's kind of why I've always enjoyed that brand. You know, of course, Xbox I've enjoyed because of certain reasons that aren't that. Nintendo, the same thing. You know, they all have their reasons too. But I've always enjoyed Sony because they've always kind of put out these creative titles here and there, like this game LocoRoco, like Patapon, like Ape Escape, like Parappa the Rappa, like Little Big Planet, like Dreams, like Tearaway. There's always these games that they come out with that are, I don't know, very creative, very out there. You can tell LocoRoco isn't going to sell the best. It isn't going to be a must-have. Whenever people talk about the PSP, they're going to talk about Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker or Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core or whatever. They're probably not going to bring up LocoRoco, but there are still people that really enjoy this game, and that's the kind of stuff that I like to see coming from Sony. This game is really, there's really not much to it. That's my only downside with LocoRoco, is that the depth of the gameplay is just rolling back and forth between these colorful worlds. The first time I ever saw LocoRoco was through the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale game, where there's a stage based on LocoRoco, but in the background, Metal Gear Solid mechs will break through. So it's kind of a fun contrast. It's a colorful world, and then there was like Metal Gear Rex in the background, like roaring at you and stuff. Pretty funny. And I was always intrigued by the art style with that, and playing the art style, it's really cool. It's really abstract. That's sort of a topic I wanted to bring up during this review, is that I don't see Sony doing a lot of this anymore. I think they did like a Sackboy game recently I haven't played. But other than that, like, that's sort of part of my turnoff right now for Sony and for the PS5, is the fact that I've kind of picked up that in recent years, Sony has gone from being a company that will just throw anything at the wall to being the Last of Us people. A lot of their games recently, for me, have just felt like they've just been banking on the Last of Us again and again. God of War, I didn't want to play that because it looked like the Last of Us. That Days Gone game, I didn't play because it looked like the Last of Us. I just feel like, I don't know, they've lost a lot of their variety and just become like the AAA storytelling people, and I don't know if that's what I want. I will pick up PS5 eventually. I still want to play like Ratchet and Clank, and Demon Souls, and Gran Turismo 7, but I don't know. I just feel like PlayStation for right now has lost a lot of their creative spark. I honestly think LocoRoco would fit in so well on the PS5. And again, not going to be the most crazy when it comes to the graphics. You're not going to be like, oh, check out the ray tracing on LocoRoco. But if they did a new LocoRoco game, I think not only could it be fun, creative, fun little download game, but also they could really take advantage of the PS5 controller and its haptic feedback and stuff, with certain elements they could introduce in a new LocoRoco title. But again, I don't know how much Sony cares about that stuff right now, and that's sort of disappointing to me. So that's a thing. LocoRoco Remastered. It's on the PS4. You can also play the original LocoRoco on the PSP. It also has a sequel and stuff on the PSP. Very fun game, very creative. I would highly recommend it. If you're looking for something else similar, there's, indie games kind of carry on this creative vibe that I love. And the game Piku Niku has a very striking resemblance to LocoRoco with its art style. It's also a really good game. It's by Devolver Digital. Published by Devolver Digital. So if you want something more modern, more indie, check out Piku Niku. But LocoRoco, it's a cute-ass game, and I highly recommend it. This is my last normal review for review month. Tomorrow is the last video for review month, and I will be doing something very different. So join me in the review month finale.
모자